What's going on, everyone? I'm back here again with a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about the third installment in the Kerri Maniscalco series, Escaping Houdini. Today I'm going to be talking about, obviously, my thoughts on the book, but as well, we'll be discussing a couple of pictures I've been noticing in this series, and I'll discuss more once we get into it. So without further ado, let's start talking about Escaping Houdini. So before I get talking about Escaping Houdini, I want to make sure that you know that I have two previous videos talking about the beginning of the series. Number 1, Stalking Jack the Ripper, and then number 2, Hunting Prince Dracula. I will leave descriptions in the bottom and links if you want to check them out, please. And as well, if you are enjoying this video so far or along throughout the video, please hit the like button. Also, if you are new to my channel or haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit that bell to get all the notifications from my channel, cover to cover. So Audrey Rose Wadsworth and her cleverly minded companion, Thomas Cresswell, are on a journey to New York. They are on the RMS Etruria, which is this boat right here. It kind of looks like the Titanic, but again, it's a little bit different, and it was before the Titanic ever set sail. As they are riding to New York on the ship, there is a carnival entertainment on board with them as they do nightly shows. The voyage to New York starts to become a horror show when dead bodies start to appear on and throughout the ship. Now, this is a big ship, so in and throughout the story, they are finding different clues and different victims all throughout the ship. And Audrey Rose comes in contact with some bizarre and interesting characters that are within the carnival. Audrey Rose interacts with the ringmaster in this story, and Audrey Rose is shown in the deep part of the carnival from the ringmaster as he shares his little secrets. But the story doesn't end there. The story Escaping Houdini becomes a very intense crime scene where Audrey Rose and Thomas have to really work together, and they are coming up empty on certain parts, finding these mysterious clues that keep trailing the scenes where the dead victims are coming up. And a little hint to the story, they find these tarot cards throughout the story with where the victims are, and I'm not gonna give so much away as because I do not like giving spoiler alerts. But it's interesting how all of this ties together to end up finding the culprit and finding the murderer on the ship. They're on set sail for New York, and it's taken, I believe in the story, it says 4 days. So on 4 days, this carnival, the Moonlight Carnival, has acts. And every act that is happening, there's a different victim. So it's up to very clever Audrey Rose and her companion, Thomas Cresswell, to find this mysterious culprit or murderer before they end on the harbor of New York City. Throughout this story, I've really enjoyed the character selection that Kerri Maniscalco has created in this one especially, and it brings the story into an entire different kind of outlook if you look at like carnivals and magic shows and such like that. I will give this book 4 out of 5 stars. The ending was very good, and I'm really intrigued with the kind of, I don't want to say a cliffhanger, but maybe there is one to the end of the story. And as you know, this is the 3rd installment. After this story, I am reading the 4th installment in the series, which is Capturing the Devil. Again, if you have not read the Kerri Maniscalco series from first Stalking Jack the Ripper, Hunting Prince Dracula, and then the 3rd installment, Escaping Houdini, I highly recommend you start with the 1st installment and keep reading on through. It is really interesting how each book goes book to book and storyline kind of plays in order. So each book is basically like a puzzle to each part of the series. And it just ends up at the end, goes right into the beginning of the next story in the series, which I really like how Kerri did that in her series. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I've noticed when I started reading the series, first starting with Stalking Jack the Ripper, I've noticed that there were these interesting photos throughout the book, and it's been occurring in every story since then. So as you can see here, here's an example of the RMS Etruria. So this is the boat that they are sailing on, and here's an actual photograph of the real RMS. Since the story is entitled Escaping Houdini, you can't forget about finding pictures of him actually in the story, which I found this was pretty amazing. Granted, this is just like a poster advertisement of his work, but it's really interesting to show how Kerri has brought into these actual photographs and advertisement posters into her story and her series. To end this, I want to say that Escaping Houdini was my second favorite out of the three I've read already. First is Stalking Jack the Ripper. And then secondly is Escaping Houdini. And then third was Hunting Prince Dracula. So everyone, thank you for watching and enjoying my video. Please, if you're not already, again, hit the like button and subscribe as well. Your support means the world to me. I'm going to keep on trying to get videos out here as soon as possible, more and more to come. But all of your support really matters and makes a difference into my channel. And all of your support never goes unnoticed or unappreciated. I really enjoy my fans, my audience that's out there watching my videos and supporting me all the way. Before I leave, I will say that I am currently creating a Stephen King's tier list as well of all of his books that I have read. So once that video is finally uploaded, please check that out, especially if you are a Stephen King fan as much as I am. I can't wait to do that video. I'm just waiting on a couple things I've ordered to help out with my recording, like lighting and audio. So I must leave you today by always saying, please read your book cover to cover. We'll see y'all later.